So thank you so much for your patience. And I know there are probably some tough questions out there, and some will be adversarial. I wish some of you had been a little more hostile. That makes it all worthwhile. But get in touch with us, and we'll be happy to deal with that. But I want to encourage you to do your reading, do your homework on these things. And there are many good authors on our website that we promote and read and recommend. I'd like you to think about that and order the material that might help deal with those real issues. I want to close with two thoughts. Those issues of suffering and pain and all of that come up. You know, the 1500s, there were two brothers who came from a family of 18 children, Albrecht and Albert Dürer. They were the two oldest boys, 16 others. Father was a goldsmith. He worked nearly an 18-hour day to support the family. And the two older boys, Albrecht and Albert, both wanted to become artists, but they couldn't afford to do it. It's a true story. And so they, walking out of church one day, decided to toss a coin. Only one could go to the University of Nuremberg and study art, and the other one would go and work in the mines and support them. So the two boys decided to flip a coin, and whoever won the toss would go to Nuremberg. The other would go to the mines and work for support. After 4 years, the guy who went to art school would come back, and either by selling his art or working in the mines would sell the next morning. Albrecht won the toss, and he went to Nuremberg, and he studied art. Albert worked in the mines, worked hard, supported his older brother. 4 years went by, and they had a party to celebrate Albrecht's return. And his works were now eclipsing those of his teachers and selling big time. And he stood up, tears in his eyes, thanked his younger brother, and he said, "Now I will support you, and you go." Albert stood up, tears in his eyes, and he said, "I can't. I have worked so hard in the mines, I've broken my fingers a few times. They're twisted and bent and arthritic. It's okay. What I wanted to do, I got done so that you could succeed and do your artwork." Many of you in your homes may have a painting called Praying Hands. Those are the hands of Albert, painted by Albrecht, the brother. He just called it hands because he saw his brother's hands and he painted them as a tribute of gratitude for what his brother had done to allow him to go and succeed. I want you to think of another pair of hands for you, the Lord Jesus Christ. You don't have to take my word for it. If you're a skeptic, honestly thinking these things through, yes, think it through. I want you to do one thing, just go to the Gospel of John. And more than half of that Gospel focuses on the suffering of Christ for you and for me, to change your heart and mind, to serve God and have that relationship with Him. When you find Him, you will find the answers are not only propositional, they are relational. With Him living in you and placing you on grace. When that happens, the greatest miracle of all has taken place. The Telegraph of London this week wrote an article saying it's been a bad week for atheists. And one of the main reasons they do that is because Richard Dawkins was in a radio program with Reverend Giles Fraser, the former canon of St. Paul's Cathedral. And Dawkins was making fun of Christians on that radio program and said, "Most Christians I know can't even name the first gospel. And you call them Christians." And Canon Fraser just took that in stride and he said, "Richard, I guess you know the whole title of the book, The Origin of Species, do you?" He said, "Yeah, I do." He said, "Go ahead. Tell the audience what's the title." And Richard Dawkins started to stumble, bungle, fumble, and muttered, "Oh my God." couldn't.
Because
And Fraser had to tell him what the title was. God has a sense of humor. And it is so ironic.
He's a
God
hipster.
has to be omnipotent, where even one who doesn't believe in him has to cry out to him for help. I will answer you, says he. So you don't have to know that it's the means of natural selection as the sequel to the origin of species. Just know the one because of whom all of it originated. And when you find him, you cry to him, and he will give you the answer to life. And the answer is not just to the title of the book, he'll give you the answer ultimately to the title of your very life and its meaning. It's been wonderful being here. God bless you.